Hey guys, this is Brandon Wingate for Cast Iron Core with the second video in the series on functional corrective strategy right there. So what we're going to be covering is step 1, regaining conscious neurological function. If you didn't see the introductory video to this system and idea, probably a good idea to go back and watch that, just get a quick overview of what we're really talking about here, the idea of dysfunction and where it comes from, but we're just going to jump right into this. So regaining your conscious neurological function is a series of methods that's going to help you to kind of shake out and reset your nervous system after your training, or even after an injury where you have been physically healed but you're still not as responsive as you would like to be. So maybe you've had a surgery and you did your rehab and everything else, but you just don't have that level of response that you would really like. It's a good idea to take up some procedures like this and really start working on your nervous system, because your performance has to be built from your nervous system outward. So looking at the first treatment procedure that we have for regaining conscious neurological function, we have muscle control or maxilding. Now for some of you this may be a familiar term, but anybody who doesn't know, maxilding is a discipline that we got from old-time strongman, where you learn how to consciously tense and relax different parts of your body, and it's just really a great set of procedures and techniques that you can utilize in order to learn how to gain greater conscious control over your body, but also build up a fantastic mind-muscle connection. So if you want something that's going to increase your strength, increase your control and your coordination, but also really fire up and strengthen your nervous system and improve your athleticism, maxilding or muscle control is something that's fantastic to look at. Maxick, Alan Arco, all kinds of different strongmen were proponents of it, so something that's fantastic to look into. But on the basic level, what it is learning how to willfully contract and relax specific muscles or parts of the body as you want to, with different varying degrees of intensity. So I think that's adequate for that. But looking at the second, third, and fourth set of procedures, we have the biofeedback loop. So biofeedback 1, 2, 3 right here. The first method is going to be the shock method. So what the shock method is for biofeedback is utilizing open hand slaps and taps on different parts of the body to create neurological impulses and, let's say, wash everything out. So it really clears all of the electrical impulses in your nervous system and let you start fresh and give you kind of a reboot on everything. So just a quick demonstration with an open hand. If you're looking at the chest here, you just tap all around this part of the body, and you don't want to be doing that incredibly hard. So that's important to note. Just a light, quick, open hand slap. And how I like to do this is maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes on different parts of the body. It's fantastic as a warm-up drill if you want to wake up your nervous system and really get everything primed and ready to go. But you can also utilize it in your cool downs or your off days to recover and really wash your nervous system out and get a jump start on regaining your neurological function in that particular area. So method number 2 on the biofeedback is going to be the pressure technique, or the pressure method. So how I like to do this is I take the Spock Star Trek Vulcan death grip thing right here. All right, so 3 points, and let's say we're utilizing the chest again as a example right here. We have the chest. I'll take 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, and you just apply pressure right there. And what you'll notice while you're doing this, I'm going to hold it there, is that you're going to feel it at the point of the fingertip first, but that pressure that is kind of like pain, but it's more of an annoyance than pain, is going to converge and go from the point of the fingertip inward, and all of these are going to meet one another, and then after that they're going to come out a little bit. But it's a great way to just kind of reset everything and get the nervous system to reboot itself. Well, what you'll notice is you'll generally have a little bit less neurological response, so it's kind of like a shut down and restart. So just let that sit there for a minute before you really try and do anything with it. So this is really great more as a cool down procedure if you really just want to get something close to a massage but have a neurological response that's elicited in that. So the third technique is going to be pulse finding right here, biofeedback. So this one is more of a mind thing, but what you want to do is take any part of your body, right? Let's say something that you've been working really hard, something that you want to have more responsiveness in, something that is just fatigue, whatever you're utilizing these procedures for. What you want to do is focus your mind on that particular area of the body, all right, and just try and feel your pulse there. So close your eyes, relax, breathe, and feel your pulse. Let's say in the chest, feel it, 1, 2, 3. Actually find your heartbeat in that area and actually feel it pulsating. That's going to make you more conscious and more aware of your body, and that's really going to have a lot of fantastic effects. But you know, especially for healing and recovery, I really like to utilize this technique because it's easy. It's you know, you can do it while you're on the couch, while you're in bed, whatever. Just pick any part of your body that you need this response in and just focus on finding your pulse in that area for a couple of minutes and really try and feel it. So going a little bit further, we have the respiratory or the baroreceptor response. So now we're getting a little bit sciencey in here. So what you need to know is that a baroreceptor, right? If you look at the word barometer, it's something that measures air pressure, right? So a baroreceptor is a special sensor that's on the inside of your abdominal cavity that pays attention to how much pressure you have inside of the abdominal cavity. So it's connected to your respiratory function or your breathing responses. So you can actually turn on the baroreceptors by increasing pressure. So breathing down into your abdominal cavity while you're tensing your abdominal wall to keep it from expanding, and that's going to increase the pressure and increase the neurological response through the baroreceptors. But what that does is the increase in pressure increases discharge across the entire nervous system. So think increased pressure means more electricity in the nervous system in any part of the body, and that actually increases tension. But the opposite side of that is whenever you elicit that baroreceptor response and you actually have that high pressure internally, but then you release it. So for example, breathe in deep and then you just deflate. You just let all of the air out of your mouth all at once. That's going to drop that pressure immediately and actually flush out all of the tension and cause all of your muscles to relax. So if you have a muscle that's really tight, you can tense it, breathe into your abdominal cavity, tense it, build up that pressure, feel it getting tight, and then just release and relax the muscle, and you really feel it drop out. Sometimes it takes a little while to get used to it, probably 5, 6, 7 tries, but you know, once you get the hang of it, you can really see the difference, and you'll really feel all of that tension falling out of your body whenever you're doing it. If you have high blood pressure or any respiratory or heart problems or anything like that, stay away from that one. You know, you don't want to build up a ton of pressure internally. But for everybody else, it's just tense your abdominal wall, breathe in deep, build up that pressure, tense whatever you're trying to get to relax, and then let all of the air out once, let go of the tension, let it all fall out. And finally, we have the shakeout. You know, it doesn't have a cool scientific name or anything like that, but I mean, it's pretty easy to understand. Just take any part of your body and you can manually, so using your hands, you can kind of jiggle it a little bit, or you can just shake it. I'll give you an example using the arm. So if you're right here, you just kind of hang your arm loose and just shake it there and hold this oscillation. Just really let it shake and get a good rhythm going for probably a minute or so is good. Usually a minute is going to be more than enough to shake everything out. So you can utilize any of these techniques or all of these techniques as you see fit. It's just kind of looking for the response that you need and want, and finding out what works really well for you. So that's going to be the end of step 1 on regaining conscious neurological function. In the next video, we are covering step 2 on the procedures, which is going to be looking at mobility work and range of motion. So this is Brandon Wingate for Cast Iron Core, and I'll see you in the next video.